Hey everyone, it's Amanda again at timetravelhypnosis.com. I just wanted to check in and see if you guys are going through or recovering from this energy that came in last week, this past week, and this weekend for me. And by energy, I mean intense situations, intense emotions, intense physical symptoms, stuff like that. Mine started, excuse me, last Sunday. I had a little bit of emotional stuff that came out of nowhere, and I mean, when your logical mind says, "Why are you, why are you experiencing this? It doesn't make any sense." And you have emotions come up that don't make any sense, and so I had a little bit of that Sunday, and Monday I had some physical pains, and then it went away for a day, and then it came back a little bit, and then it went away, and then Saturday afternoon just hit me so hard. I was down for the whole afternoon. In the morning, it was like even more intense emotional garbage that I was trying to sort through, but it's really hard to sort through it when you're in the middle of it. So, but I promise you, when you come out the other end of it, you know, it makes sense. If you think about it at all while you're in it, or even if you can't think about it while you're in it or figure it out, when you're out the other side of it, some things make sense and some things are clear. And I knew that at the time, but I still tried to process it while I was in it, which is, excuse me, kind of hard to do. So anyway, so I was thinking, you know, in my last channeling, they had said something about the middle of last week, another wave or something, and then the whole rest of May looked blank to me. It just looked like a blank calendar. And now I'm thinking maybe that's just the space for us to recover and process everything that came in this week, or everything that happened this week. So anyway, and I think the point of us, you know, if you've already gone through it, just pay attention to the people that don't ordinarily show up, that start showing up in the next few weeks through the end of the month, because those people are either to help you recover. They're like emotional support or financial support for you, for your recovery or physical support, or they will show up because they're going to be going through it now, and they're going to need your empathy and your compassion and patience. I know one of my kids today is having a really emotional time, so that's required me to be very patient and give him a lot of time and stuff. So anyway, just wondering what everybody else's experiences have been. I know I talked to my friend Dinah, who was having the same exact physical symptoms and emotional symptoms that I was, almost at the same time. So just curious as to what everybody else is going through. And the other thing I want to talk about is I had sort of a revelation on what twin flames are, because I've always struggled with you know, the whole concept of twin flames and the runner and the chaser, and I'm like, that doesn't sound healthy, and that doesn't sound positive, and how can that be a good thing? I don't get it. I am kind of a very romantic. I love romance. I love watching romantic movies. I read romance novels. I love all that. I think it's fantastic. And the idea of one other person who is just the perfect fit for you is incredible, and everyone who wouldn't want that. That's fantastic. But also, then, as an anthropologist and a person with experience in relationships and marriage, I think it's kind of unrealistic as far as day-to-day life to have everything be perfect all the time. I think in our world, it would be really hard and really rare. Maybe the new people coming in, or the people that came in after my generation, might be able to do it better, but because of the way the world has been, you know, like I say, as an anthropologist, I just don't see how the world as it is not a good catalyst for that type of relationship. So, but What if a twin flame is a type of person? A person that comes into your life who helps you to expand past what your experiences and your personality have allowed you to be and would allow you to be. Somebody that opens up ideas and ways of feeling and ways of being that you would never have done on your own. And, when you experience a person like this, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be a friend. It could be your child. I don't know. It probably could be a pet. I don't know. But when you experience this person, you will have really high highs from interacting with them. And then when you may have like a separation then. They may pull back or you may pull back. And I really feel like I'm getting this visual of like a spiral. So at first when you meet them, the spiral's really big. The circly part is really big. And so you have this high, and then the spiral goes around to the outside. And then it's like a separation. It's a really low. But then it comes back in. And you get the really high again. And then it goes back out and you get the low. And the low is just, you've got to process the new expansiveness that you are after you interact with this person. And then I started to think, well, eventually the spiral gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and then it comes down to just a point at the bottom. And I thought, well, what if that's what everybody means by twin flame unions coming up? What if we are... because I feel like I've had, and I'm sure a lot of people have had a lot of relationships where you felt like it was kind of a twin trying to help you expand, but it didn't work out because you didn't know at that time that you're supposed to, accept this as an expansive experience. It just seemed like a wrong, bad experience because it made you feel so bad. So you discard that. And I think we're at the point where if you meet a twin now, you start to realize this is for the purpose of expansion and learning, and to appreciate even the time when you separate, because you do have to have a moment to think and process and understand how you've expanded in knowing that person. So that's my take on twin flames. I don't think there's, and I may just be pessimistic or cynical, but just, I am a hopeless romantic, and I don't know if I'd want, and maybe that's it. Maybe I chose not to be in a perfect partnership because what would you learn? I think my perfect partnership is in the whole of all the people that I know and all the people that I've known in my life. They each give a different piece of support to me so that I don't need one person to be everything in my life to make me feel whole and safe and at home. And also you got to, I don't know, part of my journey anyway is to find that home within myself so that I don't need anything from the outside to know who I am and know what I am. So maybe that's part of the twin journey as well. If you are, I'm not going to say if you are in a twin flame journey, then maybe, consider that part of that journey is helping you understand that you're not really missing anything. You are whole all by yourself. Anyway, so those are my two takes on the crazy energy that just hit us and maybe still hitting a lot of people, or may have just started for a lot of people, and the whole concept of the twin flame and the spiral and the union. I think we're all coming into union. I mean, maybe that's what the event is, when we all realize we're all a part of each other, and we are both whole in ourselves and a part of everyone. So I'm looking forward to it. I know you all probably are too. So anyway, have a great week, and I will try to check in more often. It's, like I said, last week was crazy, and it's hard to make positive, uplifting audio or video when you're not feeling it. So y'all have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Much love.